Hi! Am I live in the right place? Early on my clock says 10:01, but I think it's actually 9:59. So if you are here early, okay. If you're here early, we're going to do some fun and cheeky songs today. Yeah, you can hear me nice and clear, yeah? We're going to do some fun and cheeky songs today. If you have the lyrics that you have access to the lyrics that I just posted earlier, you can refer to them, but if not, it's easy. So, just feel free to just groove and yes, I'm live. Thanks, One. Yes. Just feel free to groove and then just hang around and move to the music. You just want to get a little bit going, because in the morning sometimes it can be a little bit hard. So like before, go and get the things to help you make some noise at home. So it could be things from home, like a supplement bottle. So this could be really useful as a shaker later for some of the songs, because we're going to do songs that are really up-tempo. Nice to have something to shake along with. If you have like proper shakers at home, this is a shape of a banana shaker. It's kind of funny. So this would be quite nice later. If you have sticks, you have rhythm sticks at home, or wooden spoons. Yeah. I'm not sure if any of you have grandchildren who have been asked to do home-based learning with musical instruments. Some of you may have been asked to do your own musical instruments, and then your grandchildren may have been asked. This is made of pasta, so nice shaking effect. If not, spices, pepper. Okay, just really listen out to the different sounds that the world around us can create. Yeah, so if you have other instruments like drums, tambourines, feel free to take it out. And if not, I'm just going to start cold. We start cold first, alright. In the sense that starting cold means I'm going to just not do any explanations of the song I'm going to sing. And I'm just going to go through it first, and then we can talk about it later.送到小村外，有句话儿要交代，虽然已经是不花开，路边的野花你不要采，别采，嘿，记着我的情，记着我的爱。只有我天天在等待，我要等着你回来，千万不要把我来忘怀，千万不要把我来忘怀。送你送到小圈外，有句话儿要交代，虽然已经是不花儿开，路边的野花你不要采，别采，嘿，记着我的情，记着我的爱，只有我天天在等待，我要等着你回来，千万不要把我来忘怀，千万不要把我来忘怀，哦，千万不要把我来忘怀。Alright, so that was a song called 路边的野花不要采. So roughly translated to, the roadside flowers, don't just pick them. Alright, so this song was originally sung by Teresa Teng. Oh, I'm just reading messages, yeah? Great, thanks Sok Huang. So Sok Huang is just sharing that she would actually show her mother, show her mother, or show his mother. I'm so sorry, I'm not sure whether what's your gender, the video on Wednesday when she visits her. Thank you. I really like this interactive aspect of the Facebook Live, and then we get kind of immediate feedback on how we're doing. So yes, so that song was sung by Teresa Teng in 1973 in an album that she recorded. And interestingly, some people thought that she wasn't the original singer because Teresa Teng has done a lot of covers and they are really famous. But she has put her own interpretations, and she got those covers, those songs like even more famous, like her 君再来夜来香 etc. But this is actually an original sung by her. She was the first one who released it. Although this song first appeared in 1970s. As a orchestra, it's an album of orchestra songs. So this Malaysian composer Li Junxiong, actually, he was the one who first wrote the piece for an orchestra. And then after that, they decided, oh, let's put in lyrics to it and make it more Chinese and in a 小调 风, right? And then they actually got Teresa Teng to release it. And actually, even though this was released much later, like in the 1970s, this song is really quite a popular oldie, yeah, as compared to maybe a lot of the people whom I work with. They are usually in their 70s to 90s. They will be more familiar with songs from the 1940s to 1960s, but even though this song is in the 1970s, they're really pretty familiar with it. Yeah, so 刚刚听到的那首歌是邓丽君的《路边的野花不要采》。原本这首歌是马来西亚的作曲家李俊雄为太阳神管弦乐队编写的，然后他们收制在他们的一个乐团的一个专辑，然后过后就是邓丽君的那个唱片公司就为了这首歌就填词，就找人帮填词，过后就改成小调风，然后就成为今天耳熟能详的这首歌《路边的野花不要采》。Yeah. So if you saw the lyrics list today we're going to do some fun and cheeky songs. I figured that it's been 1 week since our circuit breaker measures have been put in place, and it might be nice to do something that's a bit more upbeat and up-tempo. So given the time in the morning, I'm just going to say, going to cue in my next segment where we're going to talk about breakfast. So we're going to talk about a lot of food in my next song. This song is going to be in both English and in Mandarin. So I'm going to sing Mambo Italiano, and this song was originally sung by Rosemary Clooney and then made famous in a few movies by different singers who did covers, and then Dean Martin also sang a version of it which is really famous, and then Chinese singer Zhang Zhongwen also sang it. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust the volume from my camera. I was told that it's a little loud. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. Let me just work on that for a while. Thanks for staying on. I'm just going to troubleshoot some problems along the way. I've been told that this is a little loud. Yeah, and then let's see if I can work that out. If not, we're going to have to continue, and I'm so sorry, you might have to lower this volume when you're watching it. Let's see if I can resolve this issue. Hey, hello to those people who have just joined in. I'm going to sing a song that is covered in both English and Mandarin next. And just before I do that, I'm going to try and troubleshoot some sound issues. I've been told that the microphone volume that I'm using is a little loud. I'm not quite sure how I can change that at the moment. Alright, let's see. Okay, I will try and sing a little bit and you tell me whether the volume is alright or is it too loud, okay? Okay, because I've just made some minor adjustments, I'm not sure whether it's going to work totally. So the next song I'm going to sing is Mambo Italiano by Rosemary Clooney, alright? And then, yeah. And then she also there was also a cover that's quite famous. It's called Cha Shao Bao in Mandarin. So that is quite a funny cover, I realized. So if you could help me take note of the number of food items mentioned in both songs, apart from grooving and moving along with the music, that would be quite a fun activity to do, I think. Alright, and we can take stock of like the number of food items you've heard. But okay, I'm just going to sing one verse and you're going to tell me whether this is too loud, alright? Hey mambo, mambo italiano, hey mambo, mambo italiano, go Joe, you make some Siciliano, all you Calabrians do the mambo like a crazy with the... Alright, how is the sound? Is that too loud? No response. Okay, I'm just going to continue, alright. Somebody's helping me adjust this at the same time. Alright, hello. There's a bit of problem with the sound right now. Okay. Hello. Okay, thanks Sok Huang. Thanks for the feedback. Alright, I hope this works. Okay, let's go. So remember the assignment is to try and take note of the number of food items that appear in the song, and then we're going to keep count, okay? And I'm going to take stock and ask you after that. Hey mambo, mambo italiano, hey mambo, mambo italiano, go Joe, you make some Siciliano, all you Calabrians do the mambo like a crazy with a hey mambo, don't want a tarantella, hey mambo, no more mozzarella, hey mambo, mambo italiano, try an enchilada with a fish bacala, oh gumba, I love how you dance the rumba. Take some advice, Passano, learn how to mambo. If you wanna be a square, you ain't going anywhere. Hey mambo, mambo italiano, hey mambo, mambo italiano, go Joe, shake like a Giovano, ain't chest so decent you get happy in the feet when you cha shao bao. 谁爱吃刚出笼的叉烧包？谁爱吃刚出笼的叉烧包？还有那莲蓉包呀、猪油包呀、银丝包啊、豆沙包呀、应有尽有广东包。假使你说你不爱广东包，还有各式各样的上海包。让我来告诉你，有生煎馒头、大肉包啊、小笼馒头、菜肉包。好朋友，你到底爱吃哪一样？你到底爱吃哪一样？哪一样？广东包呀，上海包呀，广东包呀，上海包，广东包。朋友，你到底爱吃广东包？朋友，你到底爱吃上海包？朋友，你到底爱吃广东包呀，上海包呀，广东包呀，上海包？我最爱吃的是叉烧包。Okay, I think because we adjusted the sound and volume down, that's why. I'm so sorry that there's a bit of technical difficulties with this one. You managed to keep track of the number of food items that we heard in the song? Yeah, so the Chinese one had quite interesting ones, right? So it obviously had the obvious cha shao bao, and then you had the 猪油包、鱼翅包、豆沙包、应有尽有。Then after that they have 菜肉包、菜肉包。And then they have 生煎馒头、小笼包。And then after that there's quite a number of baos that have been listed, and I think together with the English items, do you know the English food items, there was like mozzarella, there was enchilada, there was fish bacala. So I think there was, I'm not sure if you kept count, it was I counted 11. I don't know about you. With the sound, I'm not sure whether you could. Okay, alright, we're gonna do some other cheeky songs today. So during that time, the lady who sang the original version of Cha Xiao Bao, her name is Zhang Zhongwen. Although this song was really later made famous by Xu Xiaofeng, this Zhang Zhongwen was known that time as the Pen Huo Nu Lang. She's like a really the etymology of a sex symbol at that point in time, because that's why they said well, it can really make people nose bleed. So she was called like the Pen Huo Nu Lang. So that was, and she actually lived in Singapore for a period of time, and she just passed away last year. So I thought it was actually quite appropriate to bring her here because of her links with Singapore as well. The next song we're going to sing is another little cheeky song. It's related to maybe what we think of sex symbols. It's called Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. I'm not sure whether you've heard of this one before. So before the start of each verse, there's this part where they go bum 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 bum. So if you can sing that along with me, that would be nice. So we just go bum 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 bum. Alright, let's try that. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, alright. Okay, so we need to do that. And we're gonna start with that, okay? Ready? Bum 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 bum. She was afraid to come out of the locker. She was as nervous as she could be. She was afraid to come out of the locker. She was afraid that somebody would see. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So in the locker she wanted to stay. 2, 3, 4, stick around, we'll tell you more. Bum 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 bum. She was afraid to come out in the open, and so a blanket around her she wore. She was afraid to come out in the open, and so she sat bundled up on the shore. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore on the first time today. 2, 3, 4, stick around, we'll tell you more. Bum 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 bum. Now she's afraid to come out of the water, and I wonder what she's gonna do. 'Cause she's afraid to come out of the water, and now the poor little girl's turning blue. 2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So in the water she wanted to stay. From the locker to the blanket, from the blanket to the shore, from the shore to the water, guess there isn't any more. Alright, so that was Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, and that was written in the 1960 and released by this guy called Brian Hyland, and I think this is one of his greatest hits. Right, how's the sound doing? Let me just scroll and look a little bit for comments. Alright, I just finally scrolled down and saw the comments on the number of baos that we couldn't keep track of. Alright, okay. So apart from people being self-conscious in the West when they're wearing yellow polka dotted bikinis, apparently there's also songs in our own culture in the region about clothing and wearing things that are a little bit revealing, and this is the next one I'm going to do. Is a Malay song. It's called Nona Zaman Sekarang, and it's written by this gentleman whose name is Yusuf B. And this is quite significant because he is one of the original like Malayan local bred, born and bred songwriters, and he was a musical mentor to P. Ramlee's P. Ramlee, when P. Ramlee first came out, and really influenced a lot of P. Ramlee's early works. But later on, of course, P. Ramlee's works also influenced his writing, so that's quite an interesting thing that we could see there. So this song is actually probably first written in the 40s and released in the 40s. Many people, just like songs of that time, many people did covers of it, A. Rahman, etc. And in the 60s, there was like kind of a revival, and Sandra Remier, I think, was one of the most famous singers of that time who did a cover of this song. So the song is loosely translated to a modern day woman, and it talks about how the blouses are getting shorter, and how the blouses are getting more translucent, and then the ladies' faces are painted and so much, and then they couldn't really tell whether they are Chinese or they are Malay, yeah, it's probably not very appropriate in today's context with all the feminist kind of vibe going, but in that time, I think it was really interesting for us to take a look at the culture and what people thought at the time. And when I sing this with the Pachiks and the Atoks, it's a hoot. They are really amused by the song, and they really enjoy it. So I hope you'll enjoy it as well. Cool. Nona zaman sekarang. Nona zaman sekarang, tak boleh ditegur, tak boleh dilarang. Oh, bajunya pendek, bertambahlah jarang. Itu menjadi hati gembira. Nona lah jangan bikin keruan, tidaklah kena Cina Melayu. Pipinya merah pula disapu, sekarang sudah jadi tak tentu. Nona zaman sekarang, tak boleh ditegur, tak boleh dilarang. Bajunya pendek, bertambahlah jarang. Itu menjadi hati gembira. Dalam dunia banyak musuhan yang membuat program sopan. Dalam dunia banyak penggoda, banyak yang jadi rusak binasa. Nona zaman sekarang, tak boleh ditegur, tak boleh dilarang. Bajunya pendek, bertambahlah jarang. Itu menjadi hati gembira. Alright, so that's Nona zaman sekarang. So I think the part that really it's quite amusing for people to when they sing is the bajunya pendek, so the blouses are very short. Yeah, so that's the part. Next one I'm gonna sing is a Chinese one. So there's plenty of cheeky songs in Chinese as well during that time. So I'm gonna sing a song called "偷偷摸摸." It's sang by it actually appears in a movie. And then it's about two sisters who caught each other when they were secretly dating outside of other people. So the song is 偷偷摸摸 because they secretly so they caught each other and they're like, hey, accusing each other, why do you go out dating without telling me, or without telling anybody? And it's quite interesting because I think people still secretly date these days, right? So across time, such behaviors still occur, and it kind of just transcends time essentially, right? If we don't want people to find out what we're doing. Alright, so this was sung by Liu Yun and Zhang Lai. I think they did the same in the movie. That was 1959. And you'll be surprised, actually, some of the older ladies and gentlemen whom I work with, because I'm a music therapist and I work with patients with dementia, they actually recognize the song, even though it's not like the most popular song of the era. They actually recognize the song, and sometimes when you're in a cheeky mood, they kind of really like this one. Alright. Okay. that again.你为什么偷偷又摸摸呀？偷偷摸摸跟人去爬拖。你瞒着我呀，你躲着我呀，偏偏你又惹到我。难道你还不认错？什么叫做偷偷又摸摸呀？偷偷摸摸难道就算错？你自己想呀，你自己说呀，你要不是去爬拖，怎么你会遇到我？你爬拖呀，不许我爬拖，你还要骂我错？我没有错呀，你也没有错，爬拖呀算什么？香港地方那个不爬拖呀，那个不是偷偷又摸摸。我也不说你，你也不说我，姐妹两个都不错，明天一块去爬拖。你爬拖呀，不许我爬拖，你还要骂我错？我没有错呀，你也没有错，爬拖也算什么？香港地方那个不爬拖，那个不是偷偷又摸摸。我也不说你，你也不说我，你们两个都不错，明天一块去爬拖。Yeah, so it was like a call and response between the two sisters. Right, the elder sister saying, why do you secretly go out dating, and then you're trying to hide from me, and then you didn't tell me. And then the younger sister, kind of like retorted, like, if you were not out dating, you think you would have caught me. And then they kind of resolved it by saying, everybody secretly dates, and maybe we can go dating together again. So we can go on a double date. So I think that was quite a fun and cheeky song from that era. And usually when I speak to my older patients, I will then ask them, also, do you go out secretly, before, or what were your secret favorite dating places? You go to Great World, or you go to like a Happy World? Yeah, so these were some of the questions I would have asked my patients, and I think it brought out a lot of positive memories of their youth. Alright, I think we have not much time left. We are going to do one last song. It's not so much of a cheeky song. It's a fun song because I think we kind of mostly are familiar with the song. It's called Sing from Sesame Street, and then Barbra Streisand and Carpenters actually sang a version of this. So would like to invite you to sing along with me, and this will be a nice cheerful ending to the session, but a great start to the rest of the day. If you can't sing the song because you're not familiar with the song, there's this part I'm going to teach you, okay? So it goes la 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 la. Alright, so let's gonna practice this part, and we will sing it in between the verses. Alright, ready? La 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 la. La 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 la. Right, very good. Alright, I'm gonna start properly. You ready? We're gonna start with la 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 la, and then we're gonna sing the song. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing of good things, not sad, sing la 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 la. La 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 la. Sing a song, let the world sing along. Sing of love there could be. Sing for you and for me. Sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Just sing a song. And la 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 la. La 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 la. Last time. La 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 la. Alright, so hope you had a great start to your morning and enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Etta. Thank you for staying in here with me today. Just gonna check the... Sorry, showing about Elmo's voice. Couldn't toggle the video and sing at the same time. I'll do one with you separately. Bye bye.